Podcast, Season 1, with your host, P. Dallas. Welcome to the PeaceSum Music Podcast. I'm your host, P. Dallas, and we are on Season 2, Episode 1. I'm here with North Breese. How you guys doing?
Doing good.
Fantastic, my friend.
So why don't you guys introduce yourself and tell everybody what you play.
Alright, I'm Ryan Lane. I play guitar and vocal.
I'm Matt Schabel. I also play guitar and I also sing.
And Sean Crane, and I just play drums.
And then our bassist couldn't make it today, Kieran Dolan.
Alright, well, how long... Well, you know, I'm going to jump from one to the other. We'll just go down. So, for you, how long have you guys been together as a band?
Was it 4 years ago now?
Yeah,
It depends on what you consider the start of the band.
Yeah, we all went to UW-Madison and met in the dorms there. And then it took us about a year to get together. A very dingy basement, just started playing Blink-182 covers, and the rest is history.
Awesome. So what was the first gig?
Yeah, first gig, we did a open mic night at the Rathskeller at the Memorial Union at UW-Madison. It was different lineup, but that was our first gig, I'd say.
For the three of us, yeah.
Yeah, 3 of us were there.
And we had the rotating bassist.
Yeah,
The bass by committee.
Yeah.
Gone through a lot of those.
So it started with the three of you guys, and then...
Right, yeah. It's always been...
Our first like album, if you want to call it, that we recorded ourselves, it's just us three. Because we all lived together in a house in Madison and stayed a summer there, right?
Right.
And we're like, well, let's waste some time and record an album. So we gave it our best shot, and that was kind of our first thing.
Nice.
And then we've kind of been the core members, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
What got you started with drums?
I grew up playing piano.
Okay.
I hated it. I used to get ready there every week, but my sister played piano. My parents were always really heavy on being well-rounded and stuff. So I was into music, my whole life, and then actually I've known Matt my entire life. I've known him since we were 3 years old.
Oh, wow.
And
so you guys are both from...
yeah, we grew up.
Well, we're from Germantown, Wisconsin.
Yeah, so just north of Milwaukee. Yeah.
Okay.
But so we played in a band together in like middle school, again playing Blink covers and stuff like that. And we had a guy who played guitar in our band's older brother was in like a high school band. So we would always go to their shows, and they were like, just the bee's knees in our minds. And his brother was the drummer for the band, so I would always look up to him, and he kind of showed me the ropes of
Nice.
Playing the drums in that kind of world. So
Nice.
Yeah.
So how long you been playing music?
Personally, since 8th grade, so was it going on like 10 years now? Ish? Maybe not quite that, 8 years or something like that. But my uncle was a big influence. He plays acoustic guitar and sings, and he was just like, hey, come on out. So I got a guitar for Christmas, and so I really just kind of learned and developed through him, just playing.
Show you the ropes.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it was nice also to be able to be like a second guitarist too.
Mm.
So working a lot with lead parts and stuff, and that's kind of just how it developed. So I met these jamokes.
So what do you guys got coming up?
Well, we're recording an EP next month at a studio in East Troy called 608 Studios. And then actually we just want to battle the bands, and we earned the chance to play Summerfest this year.
Nice.
So we're looking forward to that.
big time.
Super pumped.
Yeah, it's pretty much on the slate right now.
And I like telling people that like my first concert experience was at Summerfest in Milwaukee, so this is like
Nice.
Yeah, that was
a
always
big
like,
deal.
we'd always be playing like, oh, wouldn't it be so cool if we had something, you know what I mean? Because we all 3 of the 4 of us grew up in Milwaukee, and it was always like Summerfest.
It was like a big
is
deal.
That's like the Lollapalooza kind of thing.
It's the world's largest
music festival, yeah. So we get to go gig there and have everybody out.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
I have to check that out one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else as far as shows coming up? Anything?
Let's see.
You just did one yesterday, right?
Yeah, so we had one yesterday. Right now we're just trying to finish writing the songs that we're gonna record next month, and then we're pretty much in the studio for like the whole month.
Okay.
Trying to get some shows later in summer, but right now it's kind of just focused on recording.
Okay. All right. Is there any advice to new drummers you would give?
Have as much fun as you possibly can. By all means, drums are. It's difficult. It's difficult to play the drums by yourself, because like, so when I learned, I had an awesome drum teacher who was like kind of he had like a jazz influence kind of. So he was super talented, and he would always tell me, he's like, you can go home and practice all this stuff. You can, you know, look at the sheet music and learn how to play your rudiments and all that stuff. And that's all fine and well. That's really important. And that's what guys like Buddy Rich and all these, you know, really popular drummers did. But it's like, no one wants to go and listen to a drummer play. Like, you play guitar, it's like, oh, you can go listen to a guy play acoustic guitar or whatever, and he can create music himself. With drums, you really got to be a part of a group. So I would say, you know, have fun with it when you first start out and learn your stuff and, you know, dress all crazy and do whatever you need to do. But then really find people to play with. That's the biggest thing. Honestly, like, because I played, like I said, we played in a band in middle school, and then all throughout high school, I didn't really play any music. I played, you know, a little bit of guitar on my own or whatever, but music kind of fell by the wayside because I didn't have anybody to play with. And then meeting these guys, or meeting Ryan, I guess, and then having Buzz around more often, or Matt around more often, in college, we were able to play together, and it kind of picked back up for me, and, you know, I fell in love with it almost all over again, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what are some of your influences?
Well,
And you can all answer that.
Yeah.
already mentioned Blink-182. Anything along those lines. Jeez.
I don't know. I think our influences are pretty far-reaching though.
And more so, what are some artists maybe today that you're listening to?
Let's see.
Blink-182. No, we do this thing called a vinyl party, and so Ryan's a big family, and they're all really into like, you know, vinyls. They all have like huge vinyl collections and record players. So was it like 2 or 3 weeks ago that we were at your house?
Yeah.
And everybody brings over their vinyl collection, and there's probably 40 people there at his house, and so there's crates full of vinyls, and we put everybody's name in a hat, and you pick your name, and then you get to play one side of whatever record you want, right?
Wow.
And it was super funny because all these people were out there, so there's probably, I don't even know, hundreds of records there. And all of them were from like probably like 1990, actually earlier, because like your parents are around. So there's like Chicago and Earth, Wind and Fire and stuff like
you
that.
definitely had the classics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
CCR got played, I think. But then all the guys that were our age, it was like probably 1990 through like 2007.
Yeah.
It was like all of the records that you, there's nothing really there's a few new ones, like, you know, but it's just like that's kind of where our influence really stems from, is that era of music, I guess.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning into the Spreaker broadcast. If you want to check out more, be sure to go to youtube.com/PeaceSum, and I will have the description and the link in the bio. Have a good one. Moving on. Where did playing the guitar come from for you?
Well, like Sean, I started with piano. I started piano at like 5. Took lessons for about 5 years. And then middle school came around, and, you know, cool kids played guitar. So, and then Sean was playing drums, so I was like, yeah, I might as well learn guitar and start a band with these guys, yeah. So that's kind of where it came from, and then it just took off from there. Just playing along with whatever songs on the radio, or just, yeah, Blink.
How many projects do you actually have finished? You got the one that you did.
Well,
the 3 of you.
Yeah, the 3 of us that we did in our house. That album's called In Unison, and then we did kind of a collective album. We did 2 songs in a studio. It's called Paradigm Productions in Madison, and then we put those onto another album that we recorded with the same audio engineer that recorded us at the studio, and we did 11 songs on that album. It's called Forward, and that one's actually out on Spotify and iTunes and all that now.
Awesome.
So we have those 2 main releases, and then we're trying to do this EP next month. So
how was that experience being in the studio?
Your highs and lows, definitely.
That's true.
It's awesome, the creative process, and, you know, having freedom to really do whatever, and trying to get, because it's always hard to, you know, what you hear in your head and what your idea is, to really transfer it into and conveying it to someone like like Andrew Slade was our producer recorder, to really try and convey what we want. It's really a challenging learning process. I don't think we're there yet, or we're still learning ourselves and what we, how to convey that to exactly what we want.
But you're moving forward. You're getting it
But
done.
yeah, and every time we record it, it gets a little better, and I think our ideas come out cleaner.
Yeah.
But yeah, it gets frustrating, definitely. I think anyone who records stuff,
It's part of the game.
Yeah,
Definitely,
Yeah.
So, is there anything else you guys want to talk about?
yeah. So, question for you:
Okay.
if the moon were made out of green cheese, would you eat it?
Green cheese might be rotten. I don't know, man. It would depend. I guess.
Wisconsin green cheese.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
Wisconsin
Wisconsin-
cheese.
Now we're making it a little bit different. I definitely wouldn't eat it.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
That's a weird question.
That's a weird question. So that was the question.
That's what we came up with.
Gonna ask him if he eats cheese. Alright, so what do you guys plan on playing today? You don't really know?
We're gonna play a few new ones, maybe an old one. So
Some
new
of
ones
the
is
upcoming.
yeah,
Upcoming EP.
yeah.
Yep.
What we have so far, I guess. So it may even be a little different version of what the final cut is. So,
True.
but
Yeah. We really enjoy playing these new songs, so we're excited.
Yeah, they're fun. A little different vibe than what was on that Forward album that we talked to about. So
hopefully a little more, going for a little more upbeat.
yep,
Yeah,
Alright.
it's always nice.
Last
People
one.
move.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
a little more fun to play. So.
Alright, well thank you so much for being on. Don't go nowhere, guys. We will be right back.
Thanks.
Hey guys, we're North Breeze, and this is our song Fire Escape that'll be on our upcoming E EP.
Next song we're gonna do is a song called "Making You Mine," and it will also be off our next EP.